All right, top of it, top of it, top of it, y'all. It's your boy, Coach One Stack, man. We tap in, y'all. Hey, before I start this video about Oprah Winfrey, make sure you guys like the channel, love the content. Man, I need 200 likes on this video because this video makes sense. And this is a video that I put out earlier during the Puffy trial, and I'm going to put it out again. So hopefully it'll give you guys some understanding about what's going on. But hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. It's free, guys. It don't cost you anything. Hey, man, you guys are my online family. You know, we're family. I don't look at you as subscribers. We're family. So every day I get on here, man, we having this conversation with my family. So it leads me to believe, man, I need you guys to understand that Oprah Winfrey is a sex trafficking handler. Now, what do you mean, Coach One Stack? She's a sex trafficking handler. She's a sex trafficking handler. See, just because when you see a sex trafficker out there, like, you're never gonna see them. They, what does a drug addict look like? You don't know. What does a sex trafficker look like? You don't know. Sex trafficking is a business, just like any other business. You have some property, right, that needs to be moved from point A to point B for whatever reason, and that's the same way it is in sex trafficking. But when Oprah Winfrey opened up this free school in Africa, you notice these people be opening up these free schools in these third world countries, right? How come you couldn't open up a free school in Chicago? Where you're from, where there's a lot of crime at. Why is it that you should question why these Americans are always opening schools in other countries? I'm going to tell you why. Because, see, they don't even have a record of a lot of these young girls and people in these other countries. They don't have birth certificates. A lot of them don't have social security cards. There's no record of them. So if there's no record of you, you can't disappear. Now, they all know that sometimes, man, that this person's name is Nene, and that's Tata, and that's Tanya, and that's Jamie. That's what they call each other. But on paper, people don't exist. You did? So, Oprah Winfrey, she started a free school over there in Africa, people, which I thought was a pretty cool thing. But here's what happened. Why is it that everybody from the school, every woman from that school, because it's a girls' school, people, every woman from that school has disappeared into the jungle and has never been heard from since? I want y'all to marinate on that for a minute. Every woman from the school that Oprah Winfrey made, right, for them to go to school for free, disappeared. And it's been a couple of years. This is not new news, people. This is just something that was on my mind to talk about. They disappeared into the jungle and they have never been seen since. I'm going to tell you why. Because of human trafficking. See, somebody has to be a handler. It's like anybody who's in the street game. You got somebody that's sitting on a lot of bulk somewhere, right? We call that the plug. We call that the supply, right? Call that supply. And then the plug comes along and they go to the supply and say, well, I can move this many people, I can move this many of whatever. And so now they go get that. And at the end of the day, the person who has the supply, he's getting paid. So as Oprah Winfrey, she might say, hey, I can handle 100 kids this month. I can handle 1,000. Guess what? They go get that and they pay the man. They pay the man, when they need to pay him, guys. This is why cryptocurrency is so dangerous. This is why it's so real, if you know how it works. I could post my Bitcoin wallet here, or one of my cryptocurrency wallets right here on this page, and you would not be able to memorize it. It is not a way that they can't track money when you're using Bitcoin. This is a way that the U.S. government and other people launder their money and get paid for things that they're not supposed to have. Okay? Now, if you were to go to the dark web, which is not illegal to go, you can find anything for sale. And I do mean anything. And guess what you will be paying it with? You will be paying it with none other than cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. Why? Because it cannot be traced. So even your president, Donald Trump, he gave access to the people. He gave access of himself to the people, right? At the White House, and charged them $1 million per plate. Well, that $1 million was in cryptocurrency. Okay? It was in cryptocurrency. That means that that money's just sitting out into nowhere. He never has to pay taxes on it. It's rising as we speak. You understand what I'm saying? See, Donald Trump got over on y'all because he stopped accepting cash and he started making his own cryptocurrency and therefore pumping his own coins up that's making money because you guys believe in it. But see, back to Oprah Winfrey being a handler, y'all, because it runs deep. This is how they even pay. You know, they have those containers, like the shipping containers. A lot of time when people being human trafficked in those containers, and I just know this because I'm ex-law enforcement, y'all. You know, you would have people living in these containers. You know, there are people living in these containers from however long it takes to get from whatever country they're in to get to their destination. Because once they put that can on the boat, a big magnet just comes and sticks it, you know, on a truck, and the truck just takes it to its location, and the truck driver never opens it up to see what's in there. You know, I'm sure the truck driver's in on it, but that is how they traffic people, and this is how Oprah Winfrey has been trafficking young girls throughout Africa for quite some time. It wasn't just about that school. You think that this was her first hoorah? Tyler Perry's in on it too, y'all. Don't be fooled by Uncle Tyler, man. See, in order to make, and with Tyler Perry, in order to make a lot of these movies that he make that are against straight relationships, that are against a woman getting treated the right way, or every video that Tyler Perry makes is of a woman getting raped or degraded, that's because deep down inside he has some type of hate for women because his first sexual experience was with a man, and now he wouldn't have to keep a woman baby, and he thinks by having that baby people are not going to look at him like he's on the down low. But yet we all know that he's on the down low because he's getting sued right now because he got caught in the bed with one of his actors and his actor wasn't having it. But Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey has been two peas in the pot for quite some time. And guys, I won't, I put TD Jakes kind of halfway in there because at the end of the day, Tyler, how is it that you just feel in the Holy Spirit and you want to give TD Jakes a $1 million tithe? What about y'all out there struggling right now? What about all y'all having, like, you having a hard time making ends meet, and you could use, man, maybe a couple $100. Tyler Perry wouldn't give you that. That's why I don't watch any of his stuff, or Oprah Winfrey. But Oprah Winfrey is definitely a handler. This is why she keeps her mouth shut. This is why she's a part of that upper echelon, because let me paint you guys a picture before I get out of here. I don't like to keep it too long. What they have going on in those trailers, right, those cans, they have video cameras, they have satellite. Anybody that pays their crypto to whatever address will be given a link and can watch whatever happens inside of that canister. And I'm going to leave that at that because it's a lot of grimy things that happen in that canister. You got people being deleted. You got grape fantasies or actual people getting graped in that canister. You have people who are losing their virginity in that container. You know, she might be losing that virginity to 2, 3, 4 people in there. It may be, you never know what is going on. Bestiality, so on and so forth. There's a lot of things that go on inside of those containers, and all a person will need is an actual Zoom link. In order to get that, all you have to do is spend your Bitcoin to the right person, and they're going to send you a link, and you can watch it anonymously from wherever you want to. The world is a very sick place, y'all, so keep your head on the swivel. If you got little kids, hey, talk to your little kids, keep your little kids close. But you already know, man, I'm not trying to keep you, man. You know, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hey, and if you got, I need 100 comments. If you guys think that Oprah Winfrey is a handler for this human trafficking, put it in the comments below. Talk to me, I talk back. And remember, be safe. Hey, man, be blessed, never stress, and make sure you're getting plenty of rest and stay the fuck out of trouble.